Okay. So much to do, so little time. So little time. That's nice. A warm, subtle expression used to describe most things in life. But it's either your bar. Good elbow support. All right, let's try and get into it. I feel so discombobulated. Take it easy. Take it easy. What up, Brody? We're literally just starting. We're less than 5 minutes into it. I had to get my SSD card into the other camera so we could film, but we're just getting warmed up. We're gonna cover a few stories today, and then hopefully do some editing. That's ultimately not editing. Well, we do need to do some editing, but there's just not enough time. Like, you go to the gym, you have this amazing workout, right? You have this amazing. And before I even get started, let me go ahead and just hit the record button. You go to the gym. You have this amazing workout, and you're like, okay, we're about to kill it. Let's get into it. But you can't even enjoy it. Why? Because you gotta work. It's just never enough. That's just literally the problem. It's never enough. Whatever you're doing, you got to do more of it. But that's what happens when you want to be like I want to get to 1 million views. And we hit a pretty decent milestone today, right? We hit a pretty decent milestone. I think we hit like 30K or something, 25K. So that's amazing for us. But it's still not enough. Bump, bump, bump. It's not enough. But how you guys doing? Who's that? Edit? Edit, what's up, baby? Y'all make sure y'all subscribe on YouTube. Alright, we're gonna tell some stories here. Bump, bump, bump. Everything's gonna be alright, alright. Need to clear up some of this screen. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Bump, bump, bump. Alright, cool. Almost set up. Almost set up. Nice. It's so funny. It was so funny. I can print a whistle now. I can print a whistle now. You can too. It's kind of sickening, but okay. Like it's a dungeon crawl. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. We're ready to start. Anonymous. Ice cream. Wow. Such a such a safe name. I'm not mad at it, but I'm used to you being a little bit more spicy. Just a tad bit more spicy, but I'll take it. Thank you so much. I'll take it. Thank you so much. I need to actually borrow this screen real quick. Get big for Mario. Lost connection. Alright, Perfect Lurker is working, by the way. The Perfect Lurker is working, everybody. Don't panic, don't panic. You can go tell everybody. Said love don't come easy. Alright. That was cool. Finally. Alright, cool. Let's get into it. Finally. Shit. All right, let's go. Collapsing. 3, 2, 1. Video 1. In a shocking turn of events, Ubisoft has managed to fumble yet another IP. It's bad enough that they can't seem to make money when they have a video game franchise in Assassin's Creed that has made them more than enough money to substantiate new development and bring along old development. But something that's really hard pressed in my mind is the fact that Prince of Persia is one of the first games I ever finished in history, and it was the one made by Ubisoft. There was a connection that I made, not only seeing such a unique game, but also seeing a unique gameplay. The Prince of Persia Sands of Time is the next evolution in a version of the Prince of Persia game, which came from an 8-bit origin story all the way to leading to probably what we know as the Disney famed Aladdin movie, but really pushing itself. And let's not, oh God, I just had an anger for a second, if you could. This doesn't make sense because this is something for all the remake bad, I get it. This is something I would have gotten. Nostalgia works to a certain effect, and this is something that worked for me. So the fact that they can't pull this off really spells out danger, because in today's day and age and market, it is almost certain the one thing that you can always guarantee on is a nostalgia sell. That's why Tony Stark is coming back. That's why Captain Rogers is coming back in Marvels. It's because it's easier to do that. That's why Yuji came back in Modulo, because when you've run out of ideas and you don't want to lean on your creativity and you don't want to make new, cool, and interesting games, you want to rely on the safe bet, eventually those checks don't come home. So let's find out why Ubisoft is doing this cancellation and talk about the better, or rather the main story, the main topic of this. What happens when a beloved studio is sinking, and they're sinking with some of the best IPs this side of the Mississippi, and your childhood memories are going down on that Titanic ship too? What are you gonna do? Make space on that boat? There was more than enough space for Rose and that dude on that door, but that's another story. Let's talk about it. Clap it.
Get down.
Rose could have made space for Jack. Rose could have made space for Jack. You feel me? How you guys doing? My name is Hero. This is Coding with Strangers, and I want to talk about Assassin's Creed. Nope, psych. I want to talk about the Prince of Persia series. This is one really hits at the core of everything my childhood probably represents. I remember playing this game, and I think in the second one you could find the lightsaber. It was so cool. So cool. But the first game was such a unique scope, unique game mechanics, and 1, 2, and 3 all iterated on themselves, and they all got progressively better. I remember that trilogy being super solid in my yesteryears. So it saddens me to not be able to get a remake, especially when I think about I think of The Last of Us 2 getting a remake or something like that, and then they literally made us. Yeah, I'm sick of hearing about The Last of Us, and I still haven't played it. And the reason why I haven't played it is the same reason why I haven't watched Game of Thrones, is because too many people hyped it up and they just squandered the hype. Instead of it to be something that they could share passively through word of mouth, they just kept remaking it for every new console. So it was really kind of weird to see that play out. So it's even more sad to realize that this isn't going to play out. But I want to figure out why. I want to hear their lousy excuse. Prince of Persia creators reacts to Ubisoft cancellation of Sands of Time's remake. Having a project killed is a brutal experience. Short of someone actually inventing a magical time manipulating dagger, we now know that the long-awaited remake of Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time will never see the light of day. Developer and publisher Ubisoft revealed it killed the project, alleged to have been nearly complete. In the latter half of January, as part of a brutal round of layoffs and reconstructing, triggered calls for a massive internal strike by multiple French trade unions. Yeah, they definitely need a strike. about that. You know, the French are very good at burning shit down. Why come no one gets mad at the French when they burn shit down? The French burn shit down and it's a regular Tuesday. You hit a target here in America and everybody loses their mind. Karen's talking about where she's gonna get her mocha latte. Bitch, get your gentrified ass up out of here. No, I'm just I'm just playing. I'm just playing. This is not a political channel. Now the Prince of Persia, the original creator, has addressed the cancellation, calling it disappointing news to all fans who have been eagerly awaiting it, myself included. Jordan Mercer, who developed the original Prince of Persia back in 1989, was a designer on the Sands of Time, but not the remake. Oof. Okay, that's also another red flag, right? If you're doing a remake and you had the original creator part of the original one, but you don't got him part of the second one, that almost implies that you don't want this to feel authentic. Like, there's something to be said about having, because you kind of want to just appease people. And I'm going to say this very plainly. You can invite someone to the studio, but you don't got to listen to what they say. It's like when you have your little brother playing with you and he wants to use your controller. No, goofball. Unplug the player 2 controller and hand it to him. And every so often, tap him on the shoulder, be like, you're not paying attention. And watch him re-engage. What happened to selling people the dream? We're too. I know some people don't like this, but sell people the dream. Damn. After initially expressing his disappointment, he went on to share his sympathies with the developers directly affected by the cancellation. My sympathies go to the development team in Montreal. I can only imagine how they must feel. Having a project killed is a brutal experience in the aspect of the gaming industry that the public doesn't often see, but developers are all too familiar with. It's kind of shocking, the turnover rate in the gaming developer world. As many people, there's literally a category on Twitch called software and gaming development. And, you know, shout out to Pirate Software when he was big into the whole game development thing. He still is. But it's such a brutal industry with the most passionate people. I say this very so often. The most passionate people usually get played the most in a capitalistic world. Like, I'm thinking about the nurses, I'm thinking about game developers, I'm thinking about people like the data scientists, like the people who are just who have a built-in, like, you don't go to school to become a game developer by chance. You don't go to school to become a nurse just to wipe ass. Like, it's a passion you have to show and share your vision, or show and share your level of empathy and care for somebody in the human race. Like, it's just crazy that they are constantly getting shafted, and it sucks. The cancellation certainly seems to have caused plenty of justifiable upset, not just among the core team members. Iman Ayaza, an actor who not only lent her voice to the game, but had also recently done marketing for it, described the cancellation as most devastating moment of my career. Damn. Did you cash the check though? Hey yo, did you cash the check? That's all that matters. Did you cash the check though? Damn, they got you. Although the remake's cancellation is a painful blow, especially after such a long-awaited, Mercer says he believes that the long-term outlook. Ubisoft should just give the game away. Just get rid of the IP. Give the IP to somebody else. Let someone else do it, because you have everything. You have all the tools. You have the developers, the publishing, the connections to all the major platforms. Just give it away. And you're saying it's almost done? Someone should buy it from you. Obviously, after they do an evaluation of it. But this whole this is what this really is bait, right? This is Ubisoft trying to find more investors. Like, ooh, look, we almost had this game done and we could have released it, but we didn't. Bitch, you're broke. Why aren't you trying to get rid of it? Why aren't you pushing this game out now? Because the objective is they're using it as a pawn, and they're playing on the heartstrings of people like me who, if this game had showed any face, I immediately would have applied to go get this game, right? I am the sucker. But instead, they're using it as a ploy to get investors, and their stock price is atrocious. So no, like it's not even like there's a heartbeat here. It's just a cruel sense of injustice I'm seeing here, right? It doesn't make sense to put this much effort into it. That said, when cancellation was announced, Ubisoft claimed the decision does not mean that we're stepping away from the franchise. What else does that mean? This could simply be an attempt to placate fans with no real substance behind it. Man, I'm a minor. I might be dyslexic, but I can read. On the other hand, Mercer seems to keep a close eye on series he's created, so perhaps he knows something we don't. That is kind of interesting. He had a lot more to say. So maybe this is a marketing ploy to kind of gauge interest. Either way it goes, Ubisoft is dog water, and I don't really trust them with any of this, but we're at their mercy. We're at their mercy. But I'm kind of curious to know what you guys think. Let me know. Like, share, subscribe. Put it in the chat. Let me hear what you guys think. Is Ubisoft the gaming company that you're even remotely interested in following? I'm super interested to hear. All right, that's one down. Foundry! Hey, yo, clap it. Wait, I got a bomb. I got a bomb. What's up, baby? What's up, baby? Ubisoft falling apart. Ubisoft falling apart is kind of like, it's diabolical in so many ways because it didn't have to be like this. It didn't have to be like this. They could have. They had the potential to lead out and spread out. But like if you told me a gaming company released 23 games, and of those 23 games, every single one of them was in the top 10 of their releasing year of best games for AAAs, how are you struggling right now? How are you struggling? But then you would have to come to terms with the fact that that company is Ubisoft. That's how they're struggling. I appreciate the raid. Hopefully your stream went well. Okay, and like that's another aspect of it that I didn't know because what's the name of the one where it's like a 6v6 and you're like breaching hallways and stuff like that? I want to say Division, but it's not Division. Siege, yes, Siege. And correct me if I'm wrong. Did they make Counter-Strike too? Okay, same concept. All right. So yeah, they have the tools to be great. They just choose to be like bad. But speaking of bad, let's talk about GameStop. Yeah, it's just bad. It's just bad management. Whether it's the sexual allegations, the horrible mistreatment of their communities, the laying off of uh, multiple A1 developers, they're just all around dog water.
Last season on Welcome to the
But yeah, let's get into this. Hopefully you're streaming well. We're in the middle of the news segment. If you want to take a break, go get some water, rest up. I completely understand. We're trying to rush through these so we can do a few more edits to the bot. Oh wait, speaking of the bot, I forgot to do this before I started. The perfect lurker is up. Yeah, that's right. As you can see now, I've joined the race. If you want to join the race, it's a simple 100 channel points. There's 7 of you perfect strangers in here. If you want to join, just, it's a channel point. It's 100 if you got it. If you follow me, you get 300 off top, so you should have already been had it. Broke boy. Broke boy. And I'm just going ahead shield up to protect myself. Oh, Robo with the entry. We'll see how long we last in this one. Well, I'm not your main competition, you feel me? If I wanted to, I could have just left that shit on. You hear me? But, I got that dog in me, but I ain't a dog, you feel me? I could have had my shit on from the beginning of the segment. This version doesn't have the place implemented into it. I didn't upload the new version. This is still the 3rd version. The 4th version has all the fixes that me and you made. But before I do that one, I want to fix. Before I do that, I want to fix there was something else that was broken, so I want to fix that. But yeah, let's get into this next segment. Clap sync video 2, 3, 2, 1. Speaking of something that's broken in my life, GameStop. Now, there's many things that I like. My mind flashes to when I think of GameStop, and I think the thing that I flashed to was being taken advantage of. Wow, that sounds diabolical. Allegedly. I remember walking into a GameStop with 47 games thinking I was about to clear house and just make sure I could buy every new game on this thing. I think I wanted to buy like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I wanted a new controller. I had a long list of items I thought I was going to get. It turns out I ended up walking out there with my Bank of America card set calling me mid-swipe to stop what I'm doing because my account is negative 300. And the reason why I can let that go is because for what it's worth, where else would I have gotten those games? Without GameStop, I don't really know if there was any place like that was selling those type of games. And you could have gone to the mall, but it's still a GameStop in the mall. Best Buy just didn't. I don't think Best Buy at that time was just selling games at that level, and it just made sense to go to GameStop. But in the history and the time that is now GameStop, um, something's changed, something's broken about it, and what really is a company that is should be out of business by now, because whether it's online gaming, streaming, or just the access to it, this level of being able to transition and trade games, because really what GameStop should have been the whole stop games from dying. GameStop should be used as a museum to hold and keep all of those old games, but instead their business model just keeps using it to take advantage of other people. And in their power or in their effort to try and stay relevant, they constantly find themselves doing edgy things that are completely unnecessary. They should find a more mature audience, but for some strange reason they want to stay in the early 2000s and say weird things. And part of saying weird things is trying to stay relevant. And I have a big issue with people posting their L's online and trying to seem cool by posting them. And I don't know what type of humiliation ritual these companies are interested in, but I'm not interested in it. And I'm the type of person that it hurts my teeth in the back when I experience someone else being cringe. So since I had to feel my teeth hurt, you all now have to feel your teeth hurt. My name is Hero. This is Coding with Strangers. Let's figure out why GameStop is so cringe today. Clap it. Clap it. Clap it. Yeah. Maybe I'll get on my little rant. Let me get on a soapbox real quick. How you guys doing? My name is Hero. This is Coding with Strangers. I want to talk shit about GameStop. You hate to see it, but let's get into it. GameStop hits. Wait, my dyslexia is already kicking in. I can't read shit. GameStop hit with backlash after jokes about trading in a woman for a PlayStation 5. You guys, okay. There's a dude on the internet named BlackHistory. And he is a self-proclaimed PS4 racist because he believes people who are playing PS4 are really holding back the gaming generation. Because like the PlayStation 4 is sort of like the PlayStation 2, where so many people bought it. If you ever bought the PlayStation 3, and the thing that made the PlayStation 3 struggle so much was they had to split their development team to make a PlayStation 2 version and a PlayStation 3 version. And that's sort of happening with the PS4, PS5 right now. And he hates PS4 niggas so much that he has become a self-proclaimed PS4 racist. And I gotta say, I can fucking dig it. Clap it. Hey, I support his unadulterated rage towards PS4 mother lovers. Specifically because it leads to conversations like this where people are saying, shit, I wish I could afford a PlayStation 5. There's so many things in my life I'd give up. It's just crazy. It's one of the crazier things that are happening right now in the world is people, like, this is how I know the economy's struggling right now. When people are making obscene, crude jokes about money, like, for $100 million, I'd sell my soul. Some dude on a podcast said that. And the dude who he was talking to responded, that's good. Now we know what type of character you got. And he just had to live with that. Because why would you say that out loud? You just thought everyone was going to laugh at all you. You want to be cool so bad. GameStop wants to be relevant so bad. Y'all both goofy as shit. Sell my soul for $100 million. I'm also here to tell you, it wouldn't cost $100 million. I could get you definitely for half, goofy. But yeah, GameStop, right? After making a controversial joke about a man trying to trade in his girlfriend for store credit towards a PlayStation 5, GameStop faced public backlash that ultimately resulted in the company pulling the post from the social media platform. While GameStop was once a store primarily focused on selling physical copies of video games, the company has had to change to its strategy in recent years. In addition to a new and used video game, consumers can find a wide range of pop culture products as GameStop's physical locations. What are they selling? They're probably like selling like Pokemon cards and stuff like that, such as trading cards, Funko Pops. Funko Pops? Are Funko Pops still a thing? Ooh. You know, when I think about all the microplastics in my balls right now, I just can't help but think it's because of a bunch of Funko Pops that didn't make it. We'll get a sample. I'm going to sue somebody for this. Clothing, plenty of other products. At the start of 2026, GameStop revealed that it would be closing hundreds of stores across the United States. Okay, we know, they're bad. What did the post say? GameStop, they published this February 3rd. You know, I don't know if this is staged, but the big back wearing a Dragon Ball Z shirt is just fitting. Oh. I'm not going to body shame. I'm a big back too. But like, I could smell this picture. I can smell this picture, and I don't like it. February 3rd, and you know, they could, at least if they had posted this during Valentine's Day, would have made a little bit more sense. You could have been like, haha, hee hee. But, you know, in a day and age, where our president, our orange Oompa Loompa president, is being accused of trafficking human beings, you would think that they would be a little bit more sensitive. But then again, GameStop is probably one of the most notorious criminals for entrapping children. I mean, seriously, they got me. I was 16 when you guys made me pay all that money. You took me for everything I was worth. And that was when I first learned about scams. Okay? I didn't learn about getting scammed on the street. I wasn't sold anything on a corner. It was at GameStop. That's where my nice parts were violated. We regret to inform you, our customers of an incident in store 1782. What the fuck? Where an individual attempted to trade his girlfriend in at the store credit towards the PS5. How much credit could you get for a girl though? That's a good question. Our associates Neva had to explain that our system do not allow human exchange, even though she appears to be in good condition. We reminded our customer that GameStop offers in-store credit for used consoles, games, and accessories. Significant others are not eligible for trade-in at this time. Thank you for understanding. Remove Jordan. You said is I appreciate you. Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you, big dog. Yeah, there's just so many things wrong with this. So easily this is not like, I get it, and there's a group of people that are gonna say like this is a little bit like this is just a joke. This is just fine, but it's just about timing. It's also about understanding like, yo, everywhere you go isn't a fucking Call of Duty chat room anymore, right? I think that's the problem. Everybody wants everything to be a Call of Duty chat room, and that's just not the case anymore. And when you get called out on it, good on them for, hey, taking the blame, saying, hey, look, we didn't mean it like that. We're sorry. Cool, we get it. No hard feelings. But man, the damage has been done, right? It's already been done. GameStop recently took several. Unfortunately, the post missed the mark and stirred up a fair bit of public backlash. Instead of writing, GameStop appears to have removed the post from its official social media platforms, though that hasn't stopped conversations it generated. I'm talking about it. The original post claimed that a man had come into one of his company stores looking to trade in his girlfriend for store credit in order to purchase a PlayStation 5. Broke boy. The company store looking to trade his girlfriend. But the original post went on to say that the woman appeared to be in good condition, but the store system didn't allow for human exchanges. Shortly after the post went up, a lot of people simply said the joke wasn't funny. Others were quick to point out the post's connection to human trafficking, an extremely serious topic that doesn't lend itself to humor. In a post on Reddit, one person also suggested that the image itself appeared to have been made by AI. The original post claims that the woman behind the counter is an employee named Nava, a known fictitious AI character who appeared. Is it AI? Hold on. Oh shit. Let's get to the bottom of this, people. You know I like a good AI investigation. Oh yeah. Uh, the image quality isn't good anyway. Let's focus on the Dragon Ball Z shirt should help. Yeah, it looks more scripted. There's no way that it gets the Switch 2. This is too much like the Metroid thing. It's the drag. They I don't think it does the Dragon Ball Z this well. Yeah, I don't think it gets this even remotely close enough. This it looks scripted. I don't think. Yeah, the boxes in the back I can let go of because like even if this was a quality picture I wouldn't be able to see this. But the Switch 2 design is too spot on. The folds and the crinkles in the shirt are too spot on. The fact that he's a big back and I can distinctly tell where his neck roll is. The girl might not be. It looks staged more than anything, but I don't think this is AI. I'm not opposed to being wrong though. This isn't the first GameStop has courted controversy with social media posts that missed the mark, as the company recently commented on Amazon's first official look at the Sophie Turner as Laura Croft. The actress is perhaps best known for her portrayal of the character Sasana Stark. I don't know who. Oh, the girl with the little needle sword in the hit television series Game of Thrones, but that could change with the upcoming Tomb Raider show. In the image, Sophia Turner is in her full Lara Croft costume, so sporting a dark teal tank top, black shorts, and circular sunglasses. It's a classic look for the character, and the reception from fans appeared to be positive. GameStop, however, reposted the image on Twitter with the statement, "This is not Laura Croft." What type of goofy shit? What type of goofy shit? Like, what would possess you to see? That's why it's hard for me to feel bad for them because they're trying so hard. They're trying so hard to be relevant, to be controversial. Because it's either that or the intern in charge of their shit. And I don't even think it's an intern. This sounds like a 30-year-old neckbeard basement dweller. I do get it. I'm in my 30s. I am in the basement. I am a dweller. No neckbeard. But I can see how I'm probably not the best person to say this. But someone has to stand on business and say it, okay? So, I get it. Many fans were immediately unhappy with the claims, with one person suggesting that the company has bigger problems to address, referring to its closure of hundreds of stores. While the company has received a lot of criticism from gamers lately, many are still hopeful that GameStop will find a path forward, benefits both customers and employees. I find that to be highly unlikely for two reasons. One, because the last time GameStop was relevant was through the Roaring Kitty guy, right? He made a bunch of money with GameStop stocks, AMC, and stuff like that. Hey, I was part of it. I appreciate Roaring Kitty. He made your boy plenty of money. But I think the thing that's gonna hurt GameStop when it comes to it is eventually, eventually people are going to stop finding you credible. Like you're with people who want to spend money aren't going to come spend money there anymore because, as far as they know, this is the only place they can go to get games, right? But eventually, there's going to be a third market. There's going to be an option. I think that a lot of people already are doing this where they like just put games on Facebook Marketplace and take the profits from there. I've bought many of games from Facebook Marketplace. If I haven't bought a game from Facebook Marketplace, it's because I have a PC. And the reason why you have a PC is not for good graphics, it's not for the ability to do that. It's because you don't want to have to deal with the middleman, right? So a lot of people, as they get older, GameStop is very much so a scheme and scam for middle-aged parents who want to buy their kids a gift, but they only recognize it from TV, so they're going to go to a brick and mortar store, or for kids who have a limited amount of money but not enough range. They don't have a vehicle to go get the game from wherever they want to. Online is also going to be really big too, so GameStop needs to really pivot into a more financially positive position. But moreover, I think it would just help if they just, maybe, what they would really benefit from doing? You know what they would probably benefit from doing, and it's crazy that GameStop should be sort of this central hub for gaming news. Like, I feel like they should be the conjugates of gaming news and just have this on site. Like, why doesn't GameStop have insider news on things like that? I just feel like GameStop should have way more pull in the information realm. Like, I feel like GameStop, as bad as it sounds, should be the Fox News of video games news, right? There's a bunch of great journalism in gaming. I think of the guys from Inside Gaming, Lauren Sontag and Bruce Green and things like that. Charmilla and a bunch of other people too. But like, I just feel like GameStop just they need to pivot, a strong one too, right? Something that's going to give them a leg up in this world. It's just crazy that they haven't found it yet. But that's just my opinions. I'm interested to know what you guys think. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you on the other side. Yeah. Walked out that store then when I saw NCAA football 2014. Football 14 for $150, and they would give you $20 trade in for it. Oh my God. Yeah, I think the day I knew I was cooked was I gave them back when I and I used to run a good scam on them too. Right? I used to have a solid scam. The scam was I would get a game, like I think I did it with Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man game for PlayStation 4. I beat that game same day, and I think another game came out same day, and there was a guy walking in to trade in the game I wanted to buy. I talked to the dude at the register, like, oh, I'm going to trade a Spider-Man game to get this game. And if you trade in the credit, it was like, all I had to do was spend like $5 to get it used. But they didn't have a used one. So this guy had a used one he was about to trade in. And I was like, oh, how much is that used game when you're going to make it? He was like, oh, the used game is going to go back up to $60. So it would have been me paying $10. And I looked at the dude and I was like, hey, I'll give you this Spider-Man game for that game. And he's like, yeah, totally. And the guy in the store was like, you guys can't do business transactions in the store. And I'm like, bitch, all right, we'll go outside. And we went outside to switch out the games. And he ended up, and that dude, I actually still talk to that dude every once in a blue moon. I always check on it. It's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet. We love a good time. Don't hesitate to get in the race, everybody. I see RoboDom didn't make the cut. He's been in the pit. He gave up his title. Whenever I see a really pretty girl on the internet and she says hi to me, I'm always very nervous but I'm not nervous for the reasons why you think I might be nervous. I'm nervous because I know she's boring. It makes me feel sad. All right, let's talk about Super Bowl. No, like it's okay. No, it's because the thing about it is social media. Social media specifically is used to hide people's inadequacies in communication. Because through this lens, you don't know me, I don't know you. You're going to work tomorrow. Maybe you're not going to work. Maybe you're a jobless idiot roaming the land, and you just landed on this video. Welcome. I don't discriminate. My name's Hero Cody. Stranger, nice to meet you. But I do know for a fact that people use social media platforms to hide their inadequacies via communication, and it's my job. It's not my job to have to figure out whether you're authentic or not, and also if what you're saying is relevant or not. I can only have the strength or the bandwidth to do one, and I choose to just see if what you're saying is authentic. So within the first few seconds, if you're not saying anything meaningful, then you're just here to see why all your other friends, because I think a lot of people start following me anticipating me to be like or do or say something that's like going to be controversial, but in reality I'm just a dude that wants, I just want to eat donuts without my blood sugar going up too high, lift a few heavy weights, and get 1 million views on YouTube. I'm not asking for much. Sheesh. Anyway, I'll be running for Congress one day, so you guys remember this. Instead of all the crude things I've said in a Call of Duty chat bot, let's talk about the Super Bowl. Clap sync video 2. Oh wait, shit, damn, 7 minutes. Clap sync video 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Super Bowl was yesterday. It was the most Thursday night football game I've ever seen. As far as Super Bowls are concerned, it's probably also been the most boring Super Bowl game I've ever seen. And I say that as a defensive person because it wasn't good in the sense that the offenses weren't really that impressive. I think any defense who's playing against a rookie quarterback just knows blitz, corner blitz, middle blitz, outside blitz, the blitz, stunt on the line blitz, blitz when they run the ball, blitz when they pass the ball, blitz some more, blitz a little bit more after that, and blitz one more time to be sure. That's the game plan. Blitz him until his name is Blitzen. Blitz him until he wishes he was Rudolph. Blitz. Just keep on blitzing. So the game plan was simple from a football perspective. But there are 2 other aspects of the Super Bowl that I thoroughly enjoy. Thoroughly enjoy. One of them is the halftime show. Bad Bunny, what's up, brother? Didn't know you had that level of swag. Forgive me for not understanding your game. I much appreciate it. And the simple fact that you carried the ball more than the Patriots' whole entire run offense. Chef's kiss. Your form looks immaculate. Get you on the ground a little bit. Got to work on your footwork, but I'm pretty sure you can do really good things. But if that doesn't work out for you, the music, the music thing, you're good at. And this whole thing about people not understanding Japanese, or not, I was about to say Japanese, Spanish. As a person who has over 400 songs on my iPod that are literally only in Japanese, I find it okay. There was a lot of your songs I got to, but then I looked up one of your songs. Shit was tough. It's a very joyful song, but what you were talking about is very real. So I really enjoyed this halftime show. And then the second thing I enjoyed the most about the Super Bowl are the commercials. And this is the one time that commercials are actually enjoyable because they're curated for the day. They're designed, they're given a little bit of extra effort, and it requires a little bit of extra effort because of the cost. and I'm convinced that the cost is not high enough. They need to jack the prices up from 6 million all the way up to 20 million, because the amount of AI slop that made it through this year's cut was butt wrenching horrible. Like Taco Bell at 2:30 in the morning after getting stood up by the girl that you've been calling all day to make sure she was at the club, and she never showed up, and then you got a bad batch of grounded beef, and now you on the toilet with your butt singing about how bad this AI slop is. And I think the thing that's really making this seem so bad is the simple fact that last year was the crypto bowl, right? Everything was crypto this, crypto that. You didn't see one crypto commercial. You haven't seen a crypto commercial since crypto hit 114. And where is it at now, right? Where's crypto at right now? In the fucking gutters, right next to that Taco Bell that bursted out my ass. So next year, when we get better quality, I hope, just like that crypto shit, this AI shit goes to the toilet. Because all I saw was a bunch of old ass people selling out, my heroes talking about AI, and a bunch of fake shit on the screen while I was waiting for a boring ass game to finish after being satisfied by Bad Bunny. Let's talk about it. Clap it. Oh yeah, I had that one stored up for a little bit. I had that one stored in me for a minute. Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Hiro. This is Coding with Strangers, and I want to tell you why I didn't like the Super Bowl commercials. It's because Super Bowl ads are all just celebs selling out, and it sucks. The Seahawks won it all. Bad Bunny performance was amazing and just what you needed at the time, and the usual. There were many expensive commercials in between all of the actions, as has been in the case for the last few years. Basically, every ad features celebs and big name actors selling out to help promote AI, donuts, crackers, and more. That sentence could have come out way weirder. And almost all of them fucking sucked shit. It's depressed to watch a talented actor sell out. So many of the ads were for awful products. Nothing about them was even fun or memorable. In this picture alone, Carlton, sucker. I didn't know you were still alive. You were old when I was young. Sucker. Steve Urkel, sucker. Is this Ben Affleck? Well, it's Dunkin' Donuts. He's been part of it. But sucker. Is this the Friends dude? Sucker. Never seen it. Never seen it before. This year, for the first time in a bit, I decided to skip the Super Bowl. So instead, I only saw people's reaction to ads via social media, and it sounded bad. But when I woke up this morning, maligned at all the ads, I was shocked to discover it was worse than I expected, and even worse than the previous star-studded sellout showcase that was the Super Bowl 59. American culture marketing machine has hit a new low. Damn. That's Matt LeBlanco. Matty LeBlanco. Many of the ads featured random assortment of celebs that seemed picked by rolling the dice. Damn. Where some of these ads use CG to de-age the celebs. I was about to say, like, he shouldn't look this young. None of them should, honestly. So they were all de-aged. Compounding the horror, many of the ads were too long and felt like nearly every marketing agency around the country has forgotten how to actually sell people stuff. The worst part of the night was Dunkin' Donuts' attempt at making a joke about the 90s sitcom that seemingly started and ended with the same juiceless punchline. Noted Dunkin'. Lover Ben Affleck was in a movie that sort of rhymes with the company name. A few $1 million later, it ended the results of CG face filled cameos packed nightmare. Goodwill Duncan. Goodwill Duncan. I'm happy I didn't see this one. I must have went to the toilet for this shit. Thank God. Xfinity also got on the de-age celebrities. Yeah, see, these people should not look this young. That's so weird. You want to know something that I'm tired of? I was thinking about this today when I was looking at my luscious, beautiful hair, letting it wave in the gym while I was running on the treadmill. There was a person in front of me running on the treadmill, and they were running on the treadmill. Something became abundantly clear to me. They had a toupee on. Now, I don't know what type of uncanny dog water bullshit you've been into, but brother, you're in the gym. We can see your edges. And just like that boxer who got his front wig split and punched into the front row of the stands, I just want people to be comfortable with their bodies. I just want people to, I'm tired of people not being, I was like, man, when the day comes, look, chat, strangers, when the day comes for me to cut this shit off, someone please, don't let me be the motherfucker that's like doing the comb over shit, trying to hide my, nah. When it's time for me to go, I'm going. I'm going. But yeah, just let people just be old gracefully. Damn it. Smooth-skinned version of the film stars inhumanely moving around like haunted wax figures. Gross. Here's okay. So these are just all the commercials and all the ones that basically was trying to sell AI. This is kind of ridiculous. I did think this Ben Stiller one was kind of funny. This one was kind of weird. Sports Illustrated, it took less than a quarter for NFL fans to be sick of AI ads during the Super Bowl. Some people said, like Sarah, AI ads that are pissing me off. Oh my God, the commercial sucks this year. Everything sucks. You remember the Super Bowl where it felt like every ad was crypto? Oh, we were just talking about this. Yeah, this is the AI Bowl. Oh shit, that's a good one. That's a good one. 3 AI commercials within the first 45 minutes of the Super Bowl. We are in hell. We are at the bottom of hell. If I see one more AI commercial, I might snap. This person definitely snapped then. Oh, the 51st AI commercial. Crazy. That's diabolical. In absence of AI ads from companies like OpenAI and Anthropic, which had 2 commercials for the AI chatbot Claude before the first quarter had even concluded, the left NFL fans miffled, and they didn't hesitate to take to social media to talk about it. Damn. No, I'm not. I can't be mad at it, honestly. The thing about it, I think the thing that's the most concerning thing about this, and we'll call it up, is just that it's too late. If this is okay, let's just look at this from a perspective. 1 year ago today, it was the crypto bull. Crypto's in the fucking dirt. So if you are a betting man, just saying, if you're a betting man, it looks like AI has run its course. So if you took a bunch of puts for this time next year that AI would probably be in the toilet, you might not be wrong. You might not be wrong, because history is a flat circle and it will repeat itself. But I think that's what the play. I'm gonna call it the AI, the Super Bowl move. Wherever the majority of the commercials are in the Super Bowl, that same time next year they're gonna be in the toilet. Put your puts in. I'm calling it now. 1 year's time. Someone put it in the comment section. Check in, like, share, subscribe. I'm willing to. I'm not gonna put my first begotten son on this. I'm willing to put my favorite stranger on the line for this. Robo, you might be up for sacrifice, but nothing personal. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. It only makes sense, right? It only makes sense. It only makes sense. You're not a fan of that, Robo? You're not a fan of that? Robo, how do we feel about the Pitt thing? Do we like the pit thing? It's a good way of keeping people engaged and using the channel points, because then I can guarantee like that they're in it. But does it feel like it's too much work? Because the old one was you just stop moving, right? I might have to I might have to kick it up to like 1 hour maybe, because right now it's every 10 minutes. No, no, no. Yeah, I wanted you to be able to get back in. If you stay moving for 10 minutes, you get 100 points. So yeah, I'll never increase the points, but I do need a way of making sure people like keep coming back. Yeah, being in the pit, nothing can touch you. So nothing can touch you. You keep your place, and the only thing that happens is you lose your shields. But nothing can hurt you. You don't. You'll keep your place. So if you're in second place by 20 laps, and you get out the pit, and that person behind you only has 2 laps left, then you'll only be in front of them by 2 laps when you re-enter, right? You said leave it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Because if it protects people from traps, then I think it's a major benefit, especially if they go AFK. Yeah, yeah. A story, a story, love. Speaking of which, um, the trap. Well, so like, but in the old one, no. So what the problem was with the old one was, you could be in second place trying to catch first place, and you want to hit first place, but all of your traps. Oh shit! Yeah, all of your traps. That's a great. Ooh, you know what? That's a great point. Because if I'm in the pit, I don't think we tested that either, Robo. Because there was 3 of us. When I was in the pit, I was in third place, and I threw something as a second place person. Yeah. So like in the old one, if second place was if second place is AFK, and you're trying to get to first. First is protected because second is AFK. So you just blowing a you just beating the shit out of second place. But now that second place person goes to the pit and the traps should go. The traps should go to first place to make them slow down. So what it does do is make first place position harder to protect. Like you're gonna have to load up on some shields, right? No, yeah, that was like a side thing that I peeped that like after just because I built the thing, right? So I peeped that a minute ago. Like it really when someone goes AFK, it protects everyone up above. Ooh, my story got one. Well, if someone stays in the pit, that's fine because them being in the pit means they're not messing up the race flow. If they get past in the pit, say now if they're 4 laps in front of somebody and they enter the pit, once you complete your 4 laps, that person in the pit loses their place. So, but if the person from the pit gets out, they start back at 20 instead of having to start all over. But really, it's just to get them out of the way. It's like a broken down vehicle in the race. You just get them out the way so the race can continue. But the thing about it is the people just haven't. I mean, am I really asking to? Okay, if you're here watching the stream and you join the race, the least I think you could do is just come back every 10 minutes and make sure you're not in the pit. I built this for y'all. I built this for y'all. Y'all, the least y'all could do is come back and make sure, hey, I'm still in the race. I don't think that's asking too much. If it is, let me know. If it is, let me know. I'll shut the fuck up. All right, 2 more stories, and then we can do a little bit of. We really got to do some editing, so it's a good way to organize the race. Yeah, that was the original thought process. That was the original thought process. But I'm always open to hearing what people think. Clap sync 3, 2, 1. Video 3, video 2. Hell no, this is video 3. Yeah, this video. No, this is video 4. Good. Hey, we need to get 5 today, so we can code tomorrow. In an effort to talk a little bit. No. So today we're gonna talk about something that has been talked about a lot in the zeitgeist of AI, which is the AI bubble is popping. And a lot of people are not sure if there are clear indicators within the society to dictate that. And whenever you're having a hard time trying to figure out the noise from the static and the truth, follow the money. And what does the money say? Because once upon a time, whether it was redlining, building highways through whole entire communities, or building, plants next to drinking water, we have a fundamental issue in this country with polluting public areas for profit. It's a feature of capitalism. The level of greed we have will make us do some absurd and obscene things. But when we talk about AI. We've never seen like this aggressive nature to get public areas to pay for exorbitant amounts of electricity that are going to be used, the water that's going to be needed for this, the air pollution, a host of things that go into keeping these data centers up and running that steal resources literally from the communities that their cancer is growing in. But lately and more recently, we're starting to see a trend where data centers are literally being told no for X amount of time. And the timing of this couldn't be more relevant, and it kind of capitulates to a notion that AI is running out of time. And it really has me believing that if you wanted to catch the biggest burst this side of the Mississippi, it might be the time to start playing your cards right, because some of these news stories are really painting a grim picture of what AI could be. So let's make sure we're staying ahead of the curve. Let's talk about it. Clap it. Yeah. What's up? It's time, man. I'm gonna like after this, we might do 15 minutes. Let's do a code. Let's do a quick little money breakdown. 15 minutes after this, right? How you guys doing? My name is Hero. This is Coding with Strangers. I want to tell you that building data centers in certain parts of this country just ain't gonna kick it no more. Data centers are the como se dice, the lifeblood, that the heart of how these AI systems run and function. Their ability to sprout up anywhere and generate enough power to keep them going. This is how we're doing it. And remember, when we say AI, we're not talking about AI that's relevant or useful. We're talking about just better search. Google searches that are getting better, because they're not better at making AI slop. There hasn't been a situation where video. I think the one good AI one was when there's a meme going around right now of somebody put all the popular memes and turned them into black characters, and I just think that shit's so funny. So I do think AI was good for that, but everything else is just bullshit. But the reason why I think the AI bubble is happening is because you can no longer bribe certain communities with these bots anymore. You haven't seen that, Robo? Let me show you. Let me show you. Turning all the memes black. Like this one. Oh shit, y'all can't see that. It sounds bad. It sounds bad until you see one. Like this one. Like the dude, like this meme, hilarious. I need to find the better ones. This one. Here it is, right here. Yeah, this shit was so funny to me. This shit was so funny to me. Like, one of the black creators just started changing all the famous memes into black characters. It is just so funny to me. Oh man, it's so good. It's so good. Oh, when I saw this shit, I could not stop laughing. Hold on, let me see.
Yo, wait, be quiet. Okay, listen. In honor of Black History Month, Enzo made some of his favorite memes black.
It's so funny.
I feel like he
look at the chat.
To like
they got the Leonardo DiCaprio.
From Jonathan to Jason with a Y.
It's so good.
From Stephanie to Nevaeh. But you know what though?
It's
like
so
I'm buying from either one of those.
good.
Good job on this one. And her braids, yes, the beads. Happy Black History Month.
Oh, I would do this all day. I'm leaving this in this.
Okay, the dimples.
Look at that.
The face. Everything about this, I love it both ways. I can't stand y'all. Why would you put dreads on him? Please.
I didn't even see this one.
Like,
I didn't even see this one.
That Robert
Is that Robert Downey
I'm just
Jr.?
saying.
That's
Okay,
hilarious.
now, I know
He did play blackface in Tropic Thunder.
But I feel like
That's
this girl's
so
expression is just a
good.
little bit more like they both cute kids, you know what I'm saying? But like,
why is that
her
so
hair,
good?
She don't give the snark that I feel like I'm getting from this one. I could be wrong, but I'm just saying. Now, y'all, with this one, I'm not gonna hold you again. When she was
like they have this down pat.
Look,
you
know what I'm
hold
saying?
on. Look at this one in the chat. The dude from the game, from the football game, they did that. That's so good. Willem Dafoe. These are so good. Oh my goodness. Oh, these are so good. It's so good.
You need a little bit
Willy
more
Wonka.
Like,
that's so good.
You know what I'm saying? I be sniffing all of that. Like, you need that energy, and I feel like I get that.
The Willy Wonka one
like
is
she
wild.
look like somebody responsible.
Look, they got the Chris Pratt one. Like I'm telling you, last night, 2 hours straight, just unadulterated laughing. I couldn't control myself when this shit popped up. They got them all. Oh, this is great. And this is great. Because I don't know the names of the memes. That's the thing, right? I don't know the names of the memes, but when you see them, you know exactly which one it is and where you've seen it from, right? You know exactly where you've seen them.
Mama that's pissed off. This, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me personally, though. I could be wrong. Now, this is where y'all about to piss me off. Because this one
killed me. This Leo one killed me.
Leo a black man.
This Leo one killed me.
Come on, because this black man.
Like, okay, Salt Bay. That's what he would look like, though. This one hit me too. These are fucking great.
Black people,
Oh, go back.
Yeah. Wait, be quiet. Okay, listen. In honor of Black History
I just want to go through the chat. Tobey Maguire.
Memes black.
Because that's what a beat up Spider-Man would look like.
From Connor.
My man's is struggling. I always said Peter Parker and the Sam Raimi's look too clean cut to be struggling.
From Stephanie to Nevaeh. But you know what, though? This works. Like, I buy it from either one of those. Good job on this one.
I don't even know where this one is from, but this looks so authentic.
This might be.
I wish I knew where this one was
from. This might be my favorite one. Okay, the dimples, yes. The face, everything about this. I love it both ways. I can't stand y'all. Why would you put dreads on him?
Some of these are great, though.
Please, not Robert.
I'm so happy I found this.
But this just goes to show that Robert will lose either way. I'm just saying. Okay, now I know we in Black History Month, and so I'm not. I feel like this girl's expression is just a little bit more, like
the Jonas.
They both cute kids, you know what I'm saying? But like
they put dreads on Artie. It's only right.
She don't give the snark that I feel like I'm getting from this one. I could be wrong, but I'm just saying. Now, y'all, with this one, I'm not gonna hold you.
Some of these are just too good.
When she went like this, when she did the, you know what I'm saying? That you need a little bit
Can y'all hear what
like,
she's saying?
Druggy, you know
Hopefully
what I'm saying?
No music playing. Oh yeah, y'all can hear
all
what
of
she's
that.
saying.
Like you
is there
need
music
that
playing?
And I feel like I get that more.
Oh,
she
speaking
just
of
looks like
which,
pissed off, but she looked like somebody responsible. Mama that's pissed
Ben
off.
Affleck.
This, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just me personally, though. I could be wrong. Now this is where
Is
y'all
she
about
playing
to piss
music
me off.
in her shit?
Because this is one of my favorite memes. It's to make Leo a black
Ben
man.
Affleck one.
But you know what?
That was hilarious.
Come on, because this black man with these cheekbones. Okay, Leonardo to Leonard. Okay. Oh no, baby. Oh no. It just looked like she had a bad spray tan.
I didn't even know this was a warning.
Again, though, because out,
that's hilarious.
I just feel like this one gives a little bit more of what I was trying to get from it. It might be the nose. I don't know. From Enrique to Ricky, and you know what though? I'm mad that y'all put lips on him. Y'all ain't no good, but I love my people. Go straight to jail. Go straight to jail. Y'all ain't
even
no
the robot getting it. Even the robots are getting
put
it.
dreads on this man. Goodbye. Don't come for me, but I really do feel like Shia. Cause like
this one is so good to me.
Shia is at the end of his
so
rope.
good to me.
I already know y'all about to piss me off.
This was so
give
good
me Kevin James back for this one. He's one of ours.
Oh
okay?
Please, I want to see that old guy. They got that old guy.
Or do he look kind of a little melanin? Was like, y'all
this
gotta
shit
give
right here.
Nick. You have to give this one. You should have just put Nick's picture in there. Okay?
Jim Carrey. That's such a good Jim Carrey. Wow, that was actually a pretty good Jim Carrey. Hey, yo, Vision. They don't call me Vision no more. They call me the C. They call me Sight. They call me Little Four Eyes. And then they call me Foresight, baby. That's hilarious. Okay. I know that this was supposed to be about data centers. I know this was supposed to be about data centers, but come on. Oh, I was looking for this one. That's so good. If this is the most fun I've had with AI, damn it, we've missed an opportunity. See, look at how much fun we could have with AI instead of the bullshit we got to talk about today. But damn it, I'm happy we made it. We did it, right? We did it. Oh, that's so good. Damn. I'm leaving all of that in. I think one of the things that my algorithm was saying to me is like, hey man, sometimes you get off a topic in your videos, and I'm like, yeah, but when you have such a fucking good time like that, how can you blame me? Maybe I'll even make it his own segment. That was so good. It's so okay, that's refreshing. On Friday, New York State Senator Liz Craig and Kristen Gonzalez introduced a bill that would stop the issuance of permits for new data centers for at least 3 years and 90 days to give time for impact assessments and the updated regulations. The bill would require the Department of Environmental Conservation and Public Service Commission to issue impact statements and report during the pause, along with any other new orders of regulations that they deem necessary to minimize data center impacts on the environment and the consumers in New York. The bill would require these departments to study the data center water, electricity, and gas usage and their impacts on the rates of these resources, among other things. The bill, citing the Bloomberg analysis, notes that the national household electricity rates has increased 13% in 2025, largely driven by development of data centers. New York is the 6th state this year to introduce a bill aiming to pump the brakes on data centers, following in the footsteps of Georgia, Maryland, Oklahoma, Vermont, and Virginia, according to Wired. It's still very much in the early stages. It is now with the Senate of Environmental Conservation Committee for consideration. It sounds okay, and while I was reading this, I was saying to myself, is this overkill? Is this too much? Should we be like, but that's the argument capitalists would make. Taking capitalism out of this, is this a net good for the people in the area? That is point blank. Period. If if people are going to suffer as a consequence of building this data center, it's not worth it. There's a kid in, like they said, the increase of asthma has increased by 27% in Memphis, where they have the Grok AI data center. That they don't even use some of the electric wires. They just run generators all day and all night. So, like, yes, please, you do something. And it has to be a state issue, because if left to the federal government, Trump makes money when these things go up. Trump's whole cabinet is connected to this, right? So it has to be. But is it? I was prepared to say that this is a blue versus red thing, because this happening in New York means, I was like, okay, it makes sense. But to see that Georgia, Oklahoma, Virginia, I think, is blue, but it has some red constituents. Oklahoma and Georgia is shocking to see here. It's shocking to see here. But that means, in my eyes, that they don't see the benefits of these things going. And it's not really a benefit to anybody. It's really just the companies paying those lawmakers and those individuals in the state money to allow them to break rules, and the tax havens, right? It's like when the NFL does build stadiums in these poor ass cities, saying, "Oh, give us water, give us sewage for free, give us free electricity, and we'll bring 100,000 jobs for 6 months out of the year, and we'll pay them minimum wage, so they'll still need to be on food stamp." Like, that's like when a Walmart comes to your city, just know your poverty rate is increasing. And that's where this comes from, right? It comes from stuff like this. But kudos on New York and the 6 other states that have stepped up to make this an issue, and it should continue to spread. But this is up. This is happening now. This is happening across the country. We're going to start to see a bigger push back against AI. And once the public is no longer bought in, the businesses will follow shortly. Once the essentially, once the welfare checks run out, so will the hype for AI. That's the correlation right there. No need to be polite. Once the free shit they get for building these data centers goes away, then they can't be profited anymore. But it can't come from the federal. It has to be the state, absolutely. So I'm curious to know what you guys think about that. Hell, please, if you have one of those AI black people generated meme, whatever they're calling it, please send it to me. Please. Oh my goodness, that was so great. I needed that laugh. Oh, that was great. Yeah. If you're remaking memes, please send it to me. That was worth it. Oh shit, you can't put your shield on in the pit. That's crazy. You lose it when you go into the pit, but you can put it back in. You see how, like, it's just like a good reminder when you take a break to just come back, add yourself to the race. I don't know, it feels natural to me, but I like it. I think if there was more people, you would kind of lose yourself. You'd be like, oh shit, I didn't look down there to see if I was in the pit. I didn't go down there to see if I was in the pit. All right, last one. And I don't, and to be honest, I don't think that's too much to ask. If you're, and I'm not, and not to make it seem like I'm picking on you or anything, but I think I think that's okay to ask. Like, hey, can you check on your boy? Can you come check on me real quick? Fammy, what's up, baby? What's good, baby? All right, man. You just missed a good old laugh. A good old laugh session. Hey, join the race. Yeah, go ahead, join the race. Yeah, I think this is going to. If this is true, the Discord might be coming down because like they just got caught. They just got into trouble because their shit got hacked, and now they want us to trust them. I don't know. Yeah, this came out this morning, so this is fresh off the post. Uh, um, no code open necessary for this. Discord wants to scan your face next month so that you can use their product after they've been bought up by Microsoft. So the AI company, the Microsoft, the company that has pushed so hard to be an AI and has admitted to have connections to the government and allowing government officials to use their AI software and their registries to help improve other AI systems, including facial recognition, example, Palantir contracts, right? They now want to require facial scanning for their platform after they just got caught. If this is the most, am I really going to have to cancel my Discord? That's the problem. It's like, where do we go to escape big tech? Like, in a technical world, technologically sound world, where does one go to escape big tech but enjoy the benefits of it? Because I remember when Discord was just an open source thing that we used for Call of Duty. I have amassed a beautiful community on Discord that I have truly found communion with. Being able to just talk to people in my Discord, the good morning chats, the questions in the job sections, the late night conversations that I just have because people will see me on and say, hey, can we chat? And we just chatted up for an hour. Those were things that I hold truly as some of the best moments I've had on the internet. And I'm a person who has experienced blessings, being sent to Japan by a company, getting rated on a level that caused me to break a 25 sub goal. Like, one day I'll get 1 million views here, and it's just crazy because it's gone just like that, right? It's gone just like that. And for what? For venture capitalist bros to just strip it to its barest form, to try and make a profit out of something that wasn't meant to be profitable. It was supposed to be used as a connection tool. But this is what happens when capitalism is at the center of everything you want to do. But this is just my take on it. Let's figure out what's really going on. Clap it. Let's talk about it. So dumb. So dumb. Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Hiro. I want to talk shit about Discord real quick. They will require a face scan or ID for full access next month. Discord announced on Monday that it will be rolling out an age verification on the platform globally starting next month, when it will automatically set all users' account to teen appropriate. Experience unless they demonstrate that they are adults. For most adults, age verification won't be required, as Discord's age inference model uses an account information such as account tenure, device, and activity data, an aggregated high-level pattern across Discord communities. Discord does not use private messages or any message content in the process. Savannah Bouch, Discord global head of product and policy, tells The Verge. Okay, so that means off rip, if they're going to use or infer, that means they're already looking at your pictures. That means they're already looking at what you do. So they're telling you without saying anything, without saying it directly, we're already looking at the shit. And them saying we don't look at your private message, that's a lie. Because when that reserve dude started sharing pictures about plans on Discord, they upped him quick, right? They upped him quick. Bitch, don't make me steal this. Alright, I guess I gotta steal this. Because The Verge wants $5. And I'll be stealing shit. Direct messages and servers that are not age restricted will continue to function normally, but users won't be able to send messages or view content in age restricted servers until they complete their age check process, even if the server they were a part of before age verification rolled out. Savannah mentioned, the global head of productivity and policy, said in an interview with The Verge. You said that like 10 seconds ago. Is AI writing this shit? Those servers will be obfuscated with black screens until the user verifies they're an adult. Users also won't be able to join any new age-restricted servers without verifying their age. Discord Global Age Verification launch is part of a wave of similar moves at other online platforms, driven by an internal legal push for age check and stronger child safety measures. Just know that anytime they want to steal your data, they're going to use children. Anytime they want to steal your data, they're going to use children. Right? They're going to use children to do it. Because if you want to know, it's Microsoft, right? Microsoft bought Discord. You want to know who hasn't said much of anything since Microsoft has been involved with protecting children? Microsoft hasn't come out lately to talk about their late great CEO, even though he's still alive, Mr. Catch the STD and give it to my wife. Sprinkle a little something in her drink so she don't think twice. Divorced me and took half and I didn't even fight. I wonder why. Bill Gates, Mr. Fate himself. It's crazy. It's almost diabolical that they haven't come out and maybe released some emails that Bill Gates shared with Mr. Epstein, because we do see he uses his Microsoft email address to contact Mr. Epstein. And Microsoft is holding some of these emails on their servers. I mean, if they want to protect the young kids so badly, why don't you share some of those emails with us, huh? Microsoft. Mr. I want to protect the new world. Why don't you share some of that old shit so we could get your boss 20 to life? But no, it's not about protecting kids. And I would be so much more appreciative if they just stopped lying to my face. If you're going to fuck me, at least spit on it before you put it in. But all this fake pretending like you care is maddening. You're doing this to steal more data from people, to build a better profile of these people, and figure out how you can sell your AI slop to these people. That's what it really comes down to. They want that. And we have a moral obligation. We have a moral obligation to fight this. But I don't know how you do that when every platform we can fight on literally is owned by them. Right? It's owned by them. Where do you fight when every platform is owned by them. I don't. It's so maddening. It's so maddening. But for me, I don't know what that does to our Discord community, because for me, like I said, I think I don't. I have to go check the settings of our Discord. I think our Discord isn't qualified for the adult content tag, but it does allow for communication to happen. So I need to be cognizantly aware of that. But ultimately, I have a moral obligation to make sure that my community is safe. I think I've done a good job keeping my community safe, but that's not what's up for debate right now, right? It's really up to their discretion what they deem acceptable for safety. And it's crazy that a company that was hacked and had all of our info, there's a class action lawsuit that's going to be happening in the next 3 to 4 years, where I'm going to get paid $44 and maybe get Nitro for 3 months for free because they leaked all of my data anyway. Now they want us to give them now they want us to identify ourselves, so when we're talking, they can put a picture to that face. I don't know if I just don't know if that's appropriate. I don't know if that's appropriate. No, you're absolutely right. But that's the question. What is the next Discord? A Discord was so good at doing Discord. I don't know if we find another one. Because there's a bunch of Discord clones you can make. No, to be honest, there's a good part that I might shut it down. I might have to shut down my Discord. Because how do I reason that? How do I reason that? There's no app on this there's no app or software that I use that I had to upload my driver's license, my birth. Okay. Based on this logic, and this is sort of like a poverty tax, because based on this logic, what if you don't have a driver's license? You're not required to have a driver's license. You're not required to have an ID. What are the two things you can give? Right? Control F. What are the two options? A government ID. Government IDs aren't free. You have to buy one. So if I can't afford a government ID, I can't use Discord. If this I feel like you should be able to sue them, because it's like that's why you don't need ID to vote. Birth certificates are given to you at birth. They're required. Social security numbers are given to you at birth. They're required to. Everything else is just weird. It's unnecessary. How do I need this to get on? How do I need an ID to get on Discord, but I don't need one to register to vote? Right? That's crazy. But I mean, maybe I'm losing my shit here. Chat, am I crazy here? Before Discord, it was like TeamSpeak, IRC, and Skype. Yeah, something, and then Discord eventually added voice option. Yeah, and after voice, nothing else was competitive. It's possible to make a Discord clone though now. Yeah, there's absolutely hundreds of Git repositories out there with Discord options. That if I have a server, I could make my own server. I got a como se dice, I got a webhook, a website. I could do it. But I was about to say, but why should I? And it's because I want to keep my privacy. And if I want to keep my privacy, this is the price I'm willing to pay. Yeah, I'd be willing to self-host the Discord chat for my friends. Hey guys, come here. And maybe that's how I have to do it. The problem is, main problem is no mobile. You could definitely make it mobile. You could make a mobile version of it now. You absolutely could. In fact, I think I would make it mobile first. Fam, you just heard a gunshot? Don't worry, you'll be fine. People get shot every day. People get shot every day, brother. You're tough, ain't you? If there was any significant reason to get into tech, it's this. You know, that's a great point, Robo, because the more separated you are from tech, the more vulnerable you become to letting people use your privacy. Because there's a bunch of people who just aren't forward thinking enough to be like, no, I'm not going to do this. They're just going to be like, yeah, you can have my information. It's the same people that'll let you scan their ID to watch porn. It's crazy. It's crazy. Until Microsoft comes knocking on my door and then eventually buys me out. But I promise I'll never sell you guys short. You feel me? Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate y'all. Wanted to get this off my chest, and yeah, there's gonna be some deep thought into this, especially seeing that. But I'm hoping the pushback is enough to make them change course here. Similar to what happened with Adobe, when Adobe, for some reason, said they're gonna close Adobe Animate, as if hundreds of thousands of creators aren't building on there right now. So yeah, it's hopefully we can get enough pushback on this. When this video comes out, I hope you guys push this to get it out there, because we need this shit to stay alive. All right, what we got? Yeah, well, yeah, I guess we could hang out on Reddit until we get it built. Ah, that would suck though, man. So like Robo, you be having those good morning messages. That should be having me like, yeah, man. Good morning, motherfuckers. Let's get started. I mean, like, yeah, good morning, mother lovers. Get started. This shit. But you want to know something? This is probably okay, and this is gonna sound crazy, but this has made me want to push the Patreon more than ever. Like, not only do I get a better split on Patreon, but you can do chatting on Patreon. And because you have a credit card, because you're like paying with a credit card, it's so much easier. It's so much easier. But like, I feel some type of way sometimes when I'm saying, oh, it like, okay, I know that there's people who love me. Like, we got Queen, Robotech, and they support me on 3 different platforms, right? They support me on 3 different platforms. And I'm not saying like everyone has to support me here and there, but like, I I know sometimes that like I forget that like yeah, it exactly. It feels like a paywall just to talk to me. And I don't like that feeling. I don't like the feeling of some people like if you can't afford $8 is a lot of fucking money a month when you think about it. Like if you're making $60,000 and your rent is 1,300 and up, you're lucky to you're living paycheck to paycheck. Who the fuck am I to be asking you for $8? And some people might make the argument, well, it's not your decision to make for them. Well, damn it, I still care about it. Oh, Robotech sent me a message the other day. Robodom, should we look and see if the stock prices of those things are gonna go down? The hero? I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Yeah, I know, I know. But hey, we'll definitely look into it some more. Um, but first, I need to check and make sure. I need to check and make sure 2 things. One, I need to see if I have the ability to put any TikTok stories up right quick. Love me. All right, chill the fuck out. A few of my TikTok videos went crazy today. It made me excited. All right, let's see. Do I have any in the draft? Fuck, I don't. Are y'all following me on TikTok? Um, it's okay. I haven't seen anything. To be honest, it's okay. YouTube is all I really need. To everybody knows I'm trying to get to 1 million views.
Son of a bitch.
On TikTok. I mean on YouTube, right? So really, YouTube is all I'm ever gonna really ask for. The little duck below me. The little duck below me shows my current views on YouTube. That's the one I care the most about. And I don't know. This is one of the more terrifying aspects of like setting goals for yourself, right? Is that you just don't know if what you're doing makes sense. And like, I want to try and reach as many people as possible on those platforms. But like, is my division of my attention hurting me from pursuing those goals? Because the one on YouTube today went crazy. That same video got 100 views on TikTok. And the one thing that makes my videos on TikTok or YouTube, the things that are popular on YouTube aren't popular on TikTok. I think the most popular content I have on TikTok is videos of me engaging with people. The one that I did with the two girls from the anime convention who spoke Japanese, people love that shit. But that's because it shows me in a very like playful, and they also like my work content. Like when I'm talking about work, they really like that shit too. Super stay up. Hey, appreciate that. Appreciate that. I need all the support I can get. I need all the support I can get. I ain't even gonna hold you. All right, let's look at this. Let's look at the. All right, let's go. Let's go ChatGPT. Let's see if we, since you're talking shop, you know Devin Nash. I don't make content, so I don't know, but he seems like he knows a lot about being a full-time creator. Huh. While Discord is still up, put this. Can you put a link to his stuff in the please put it here section of Discord? He posts YouTube videos about how each platform is monetizable and prioritizes them and stuff. You know, a lot of that content is based on if you don't know what you want to make content on, right? I have a niche already, right? I sort of have a gaming tech niche. I sort of have a gaming tech. Oh, all right, Robo. I'll wait for you to come back. Tell me when you come back, because I know you said you wanted to see this. I sort of have a gaming tech niche and coding niche. So, like, I try and stay within the bounds of that. But, like, I've seen a lot of those videos where they, like, describe situations on how you can maximize your thing, but they don't really spell out for certain niches. What they're really talking about is, like, to, like, sell you a course. And they'll be like, okay, this is how you make an AI farm bot that takes people's videos and then puts like somebody doing a Minecraft speed run with the voiceover, and it uploads like 100 of those in a day. And you make 40 cents from each, but since you made 100, that's $40. And you just need to do this and do that. So like I could build a farm for sure. No, you're right. He's probably not on that. I'm being very judgmental, but like very much so. The thing that I've been making content since 2016, and the thing that has been abundantly clear to me is there is a certain amount of the only thing that is true is you have to be consistent, but consistency doesn't guarantee you success. It's really about the luck in the algorithm. There are certain things that you can do to game the algorithm if you want to be an algorithm chaser. But to be true to your content, is crazy. It's actually it's a crazy come up. It's a crazy come up. Because like on Twitch I'm no slouch. When I was in my prime, we had audience in here. But then I got literally the crescendo of it was getting the job, right? Got the job. And now I stream during the day, 8 hours a day while I be coding. So get the job, fill the cover, right? All right, let's get into this. Specifically, since we just talked about this, I want to take into consideration. I want to take into Confederation, the AI data centers in New York, Oklahoma, and Georgia are on pause, and the recent fear index for AI bubble crash. Give me a heads up. Oh, and also the Super Bowl thing, right? Hey, yo, what's up, Yag? What's up, Yag? No, for sure. Super, can you, did you put that in the Discord for me? In the please put it here section? I appreciate it. I'll definitely look into it.
Down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what it do? This time last year, crypto was everywhere. Now the market is in the toilet. I don't have a Discord account anymore. Damn. I'm on Twitter. You can literally tweet it at me. Or you can DM it to me on Twitch. Do a Patreon. You know what? It might be the next thing. I'll make one. I feel like, especially if Discord goes the path it's going, I think a Patreon is probably the best place to do it. But also, I don't know. Well, I'll think about it. Heads up, toilet. This seems to be the trend of AI too. Yeah, it's kind of it's just mind-boggling. The thing that the way we ended it basically was, it's crazy that Discord, that has now been bought up by Microsoft, wants to do an age verification when we know that Bill Gates' name using the Microsoft email is in the Epstein files. Like, why don't you? That means you guys have emails on Microsoft's server. Yeah, they were. Or am I thinking about GitHub? Oh, they rejected it back in April. Oh, IPO. Oh, they tried to back in April. Interesting. Two stocks likely to survive? Okay. I hope it takes the path of Figma, because I bet against Figma. Figma Figma stock, when Figma went live, I bet against it. A year ago, I put a put here and got down here and sold out like a bandit from when it was like 234. Like, remember when they thought Figma was a $340 stock? Dude, could you imagine having the balls to say that out loud? Oh yeah, the perfect lurker works, by the way. If you want to join, you want to test it out. Okay, but are yeah, you're not using age verification on a their value proposition is immense. Okay, but the age, are you going to do the age verification thing? I think the age verification thing makes it a no. Yeah, so I think there's a lot more people like us that are going to be like, fuck no, that's going to hurt them. If they make me age verification, I think you're underestimating the deep swell of privacy that people on Discord. Maybe if this was like Instagram or Facebook, I could see this being a no problem. But Discord, no. People use Discord to remain anonymous on purpose. I'm listening. It's because they keep saying how good with privacy they are. Yeah. Uh, I am the human curse. Fear index for AI bubble. AI data center pause. Data centers in New York, Oklahoma, and Georgia being paused. Regulatory operational. This may lead to slower growth in AI stocks tied directly to physical infrastructure. I'm not using it either. Yeah, okay. So people will be like, "Well, Discord has been good with my data so far," but they just had a breach. Am I fucked on this as well? Discord data breach. Yeah, Discord faces backlash. Oh wait, no. Update security. 1.5 terabytes of data and 2 million people's information gone 4 months ago. 2 million government ID photos extorted. They've already, without forcing this, they've already been caught being bad at this. Oh, you're saying that they're good at lying about being good at this. Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. It is mind-boggling. Like, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna miss it. I'm not gonna miss it. AVGO and MU. So they basically are saying that companies that will continue to need them will need them, such as Microsoft, Amazon, and Meta. MU focuses on memory, so they should be fine. The strength is memory risk. But there's a limited resources on what they can do. Volatility historically MU has experienced considerable price volatility, which might be pronounced in the current market environment. AVGO odds of stability high. Yeah. AVGO seems to be more resilient though. I don't need them to track who I'm talking to, or I guess I'm logging in to look at the black screens. That's always what it is. Yeah, we gotta. Okay. So before this happens next month. So like, should I be making a hosting a Discord bot? I do have a server. The problem is they always transitioning people away from big platforms. No one wants to move because everyone's friends are there. Yeah, that's how they keep people. That's how they keep people there. I mean, even if I wanted to, I don't think I have the time to build. Like, I'm pretty sure I could copy paste a template, a Discord template. But it's the admin process of it, right? Figuring out who to add, who not to add. It's a burden. Okay. AVGO is breaking out. I need a chart for this. AVGO chart. AVGO. Look at all of this shit happening right now. Shit. Look at this volume. Shit, 2 million in volume. At 5 p.m., at 5:50 p.m., something crazy is happening right now. Hey, yo, what? When was this? What? Give me the full. Give me the. The weirdest thing is that there's also now more legislation at age verification to restrict queer content, of course. So it's Yeah, it's crazy. It's actually all crazy, and that's why I be like, fuck them kids, man. But the moment you say that, everybody gets all weird and shit. And they're just using them as play. Cause like, what didn't Trump say Bad Bunny's dancing was so bad it's not good for children? I was just like, shut your old ass up. Like, I'm going on a bender when he passes away of natural causes. Yeah, Bad Bunny's. I've never like followed Bad Bunny or known any of his songs, but like I was shocked how many songs I recognized. One, but two, he's a solid performer. There's something very like, and also he was in that movie Bullet Train, and he was my favorite person in Bullet Train. Um, I love that. I loved his character in Bullet Train. I wanted to hear his story, and I guess he was supposed to be in a Marvel movie too. But but yeah, I find him to be very like a strong silent type, but his voice doesn't match what he looks like. But I really enjoyed it. I was surprisingly shocked at how much depth. For me not to understand anything he was saying, I definitely felt everything he was saying. Like, just pay attention. I watched it once or twice. You should definitely check it out. It's well worth the watch. Okay, at 5 p.m. To be honest, though, it's not a bad thing to. Out of the three things that most people watch the Super Bowl for, which is the football, the ads, and the Super Bowl performance. Thank God that the Super Bowl performance was good, because that's the only thing. That's the only thing that saved this Super Bowl. Okay, let's look at our option plays. We're thinking 30 days. I too love the sports ball. Oh man, the premiums are through the roof. We gotta wait for a pullback. You got two choices here. You can either spend 3,000 with the hopes of making an extra $600 or losing $400. So that's your cost ratio there. You make 600, yeah, for AVGO. So 30 days. Oh wait, I'm looking at 60 days. Sorry, let's go 31 days. 31 days is not bad. The question is, do you think AVGO would hit 360? If you think AVGO is going to hit 360 in 31 days, I just don't see that. 360. AVGO is breaking out because of the Wi-Fi 8 and a few other flagship features. Do you see them hitting 360 in 31 days based on a push? Also, when is their earnings day or next earnings? because we can play our earning calls here. I'll pay that much if we can get into the earning. Currently, in the moment, AVGO is breaking into its Wi-Fi flagship. Target 360 to market sensitivity. The market remains bullish, and there are strong catalysts like the product launches of positive analytics. 360 and 31 days possible, but depends on overall market. Technical analysis looks at resistance levels and historical price movement to gauge feasibility. If the stock has consistently performed well, it is not averaging 330 right now. I think it's averaging below like 317. Next, earnings. Earnings Viacom's typically occur early March or September. The exact date can be confirmed closer to announcement, but you should check financial news. Bitch, I just asked you. Take me back. Personal finances, no. Historical finances. AVGO earnings. AVGO earnings. The next earning is March 4th, 2026. So if you wanted to take March 4th, all right, this is a big time play here, right? So they have an earnings call. You can play this it's 38 days away. You can either play a 38 day away or 45 day away, right? 360 would be your entry. You could play two. You could play the 338. That puts you at March 26th. So it gives you breathing room. Or you can play 30. Or you could play 26 days. March 6th. 2 days after earnings. $360 under $3,000. They've never missed, in the last 5 years, they haven't missed their earnings. So let's see. They announced this 7 days ago. They're going to do a few more things. In 2025, their actual was 6.1. In 2026, they're estimating a 3. Oh shit! The drop off. Oh wait, no, this price and earning ratio forecast. So in 2026, there's a part of me that wants to buy one for each day. Starting on the 24th. I would need a major pullback. I would need this to be like right now the closed market is showing 2,800. I would go 2,100. But that means the market would need a significant pullback. And I just don't know if the market has that in it. It seems like the market wants to show bull flags. And you're right. It literally, you're absolutely right. AVGO hasn't touched. Last time AVGO hit 350. Right now, an aftermarket is up 60 cents. Right? When was the last time we was talking about AVGO averaging 350? Last time it was averaging 350, and this was for a 1 week span, was 12/20. It was the last week of fucking December. And then prior to that was 11/21 when I got back from Japan, and that spree ended 20 days after I got back from Japan. The thing about it is, though, what do we know? When was the last earnings call? AVGO last earning call? Because AVGO can do a 10-point turnaround. So Q4 reported Q4 December 11th. So December 11th, where were we on the mark? December 11th. So December 4th, it broke its 52-week average at 380. And what does it say? And a day before earnings call, it maxed out at 412. At 12/10/25. So that means 8 days prior to earnings, it had a bull flag that went from 380 all the way up to 412. That's 32 points. That's 32 points. Let's go back further. 2024. So right now it's saying 8 days. 8 days prior to earnings call. There's no way you think you're about to make a 32-point spread. December 12th, 2024. I think we could take advantage of that. Okay, here we go. What day was this shit? 12/12? Literally, oh my God, my skin just crawled. Last earnings call, 12/12. 178. 8 days prior, 157. On the day of earnings, that's when they made their first announcement that they'll be working with NVIDIA. From 178, which was an all-time low for them, they went to 247. NVIDIA doesn't miss. They don't miss their earnings. That's the cool of them. They don't miss their earnings. We have to take this play. It's not a risk. If you don't feel comfortable with 360, but how can I not? I'm gonna go 24 days out. $360 for 29. Now, hey, totally understand. But I'm willing to take this risk. The numbers play out too much. Earning calls is an easy play. Especially if the market starts off slow tomorrow. Give me, I need the, what is this? I need the, give me the RSI on earnings on earning days on 12/12/24 and 12/8/25 for AVGO. In the previous day's volume and closing price. This new fucking thing that they're doing, this whole new thing where you gotta do ads and everything for this shit, AV is so lazy. It's telling me to go look it up. Bitch, why am I asking you to find the numbers, you dumb piece of shit? You see this shit? Of course it remembers it. Look what it immediately did. That's why I'm going to Gemini. That's why I'm going to Gemini. Alright, we've had our fun. We've had our fun. Good stories covered. Good yap session. Get it off your chest. Good yap session. Get it off your chest. I'm going to post that video tonight because that shit was just too funny to me. About the black memes. That shit was so funny to me. We'll be back tomorrow morning and probably Wednesday. I can't find the bus pass so I can buy my bus pass to go to work. I can't find that shit. And I told them, hey, y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna see me if I gotta pay extra money. You feel me? If I gotta pay a little extra something, I ain't gonna see your boy. I ain't gonna see your boy. But I'll try and find it. But yeah, if you want to get some work in tomorrow, you can do that with me. I welcome it. I welcome it. And then we'll get some more editing done. We'll get some more editing done. The sights and sounds. You guys know how much I appreciate y'all. Do. do 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 do. Yeah. It's a party. It always is. We're gonna go see what Stepper's doing with his lemon peppers. And as we continue to grow, get ourselves situated, I need y'all to share this. We're not gonna get to 1 million views without y'all's help. I need the help of more strangers, and it's crazy to me that now on YouTube, my shorts and my lives have eclipsed for this year my videos. So I'm trying to figure out what to get the videos doing, but I mean the shorts are paying the bills. So we'll continue to keep it up and keep going. I know I missed a drawing session this weekend, so that means I'm gonna make one up to you guys because of the Super Bowl. But you guys know I got you. I love your faces. I appreciate y'all. See you mañana.